Elliot here, and in this video I want to talk about how your mental state of mind actually creates the reality you experience. And this is a big deal because it's not just an influence or a swaying. Your state of mind literally creates the reality that you experience. And so the reason this topic's really important is because it's not just about the actions that we take. It's more so about who it is, who's the person who's doing those actions. And what I mean by this is the same actions can be taken by multiple different people, but the same results aren't always achieved. And a lot of this comes down to where we're at mentally and our thoughts and feelings towards the world and towards the actions themselves. So a simple way of breaking this down is that everything that we think, like everything around the world, like objects, our thoughts, it's all energy. And this is like some breakthroughs in sort of quantum physics, but it's also covered it's in spirituality and in religion, even though so many messages have been mistranslated or misunderstood. It's like when you really break it down to the core, you begin to realize that everything works off of energy and frequencies. So typically, if someone has a goal, and this could be a financial goal, it could be a relationship goal, health, there's sets of emotions that revolve around that. And so typically we're approaching a goal, our default is to approach the goal of I'm missing something, and if I get this goal, then I'm going to be fulfilled. And this is coming from desire. And again, all these like desire and craving a goal or a desired solution because you feel like it's going to make you feel complete or more complete, it's all coming from like a root source of lack, scarcity. And this is based on certain beliefs that we have. And so typically the beliefs are going to be, we're going to have our positive and our negative beliefs. And so when we're coming from a place of scarcity, we feel like we're incomplete, and we feel like this thing is going to make us feel, this achievement, the money in our bank account, the type of relationship we experience is going to make us more whole. There's something going on there, and that scarcity side is, as you can imagine, on the side of negative beliefs. So when we break this down, some of the negative beliefs, if we choose a goal in particular, and it could even be with attracting projects and ideal clients, some of the negative beliefs in the design world would be that clients don't respect the service of the designer. So if we don't believe that they respect us, we go into it thinking most clients don't understand me, most clients don't respect what I do, and most clients just couldn't care less. They don't get what I see. And so this is on the side of negative beliefs. Some other negative beliefs about working with clients or dealing with clients or people, there can be some negative beliefs about people and having conversations with people. We think people are bad, people have bad intentions, and they're only looking out for themselves. So this is more, these thoughts, it's energy, so it's more bad energy. And so then this is all stacking up. And then you may have some other things, clients don't value what I do, and so they're not willing to pay. I know my clients will only ever pay £3,000 max, $3,000, and so it's all stacking up, and this creates a build-up of a certain type of energy, thoughts. Now, you may have some positive beliefs, and you may believe that you deliver the best results, and you deliver the best quality work, and you can acknowledge that I'm above the typical expertise or skill set of a designer. And so then these positive beliefs add up, and depending on how strong you believe and feel about them, then obviously the more energy that stacks up. But what happens is, say for example, there can be beliefs about the same topic that contradict each other. And so the money side, for example, if your positive views towards money, the joy of having wealth and abundance, is lower than your fear of going broke. So you imagine you've got high fear, running out of money, you don't like looking at bills, you're always thinking about where's money coming from, there's no way that it's going to come, I can't see any other way of it happening, like these panicking thoughts. Well, let's say now all of these thoughts are the fear and scarcity towards money, and your positive beliefs of I'm good at what I do, I know I'm worth more. Well, the energy that stacks up the highest, the biggest flow of energy, is going to it's a feeling, it's these emotions that are assigned to that energy, and they translate into thoughts, and those thoughts influence the way that you act. And so if you're showing up to client calls and these beliefs are playing in your mind, then you're not fully focused on where you're at right now. It's always playing away, and this takes up energy. It's energy in itself, and it drains you of energy, because to approach the call with confidence, or to approach the messaging, the conversation with confidence, you don't have all your energy just to put into the call. Your energy is now going into fighting this down to the point where you feel confident enough to have the call, to talk about your offer. And so this is really, really important to recognize that the beliefs that we have about a certain result, the actions on the path to achieving that result, and our worthiness, all of this, it all plays its role. And when you think, if someone is fearful about money, or they have negative beliefs about people who are wealthy, so some of the negative emotions can be fear or anger. It's all taking this energy away from you. And so someone who's fearful, it's synchronicities. It's like you begin to see more of what you contain, like attracts like in this instance. And so when someone says something, it's filtered through this sense of attack. It feels like you're being attacked, or it feels like you're just on the cusp of being attacked, this fearful scarcity. But when you already feel full, you don't put all this excess potential and all this excess joy on this achievement of the goal. If you're coming from joy and happiness, then these are emotions that you see in someone who's more forgiving, And so even if the negative situation comes up, it just sort of deflects. It's the empathy. If someone's throwing remarks at you that would typically trigger anger in someone, when you're feeling joyful, happy, you feel empathy for the person. You think they must be having a tough day. Something must be going on. And so it's no longer stealing energy from you. And so this is what's going on in the background as to why different people can take the same action and get different results. Because whatever is pent up inside, whatever beliefs there are, it's channeling its own energy. It's like a magnet. If you're fearful of lack of money, it's all energy. In this field, it doesn't matter if you put your energy towards positive things or negative things. It's just energy. And what's more receptive is just the higher amount of emotion and energy put into that certain belief. So more negative, think of it as like a higher magnetic field, and it attracts exactly what you don't want, because it's energy focused on that thing. And so it doesn't matter positive, negative, it's just energy. And so understanding this puts us in the place that we in fact have a choice about how we choose to think and feel about certain situations. Now, it doesn't always feel that way, and it takes practice and training, and really there's different levels that we can find ourselves at where something just triggers us and we're reactive. When we're in that position, work doesn't happen so easily. It's a tough grind, because all of our energy is always being pulled out of us by external events, things happening, things people say. We're reactive, and then by the time we've calmed down, we've either have or haven't realized what's happened, but it's pulled that energy out of us, and we got to try and build ourselves up again. So this is really important, to become aware of what you're thinking when certain things happen throughout the day, when you're prospecting, when you're working with clients, in your personal relationships. Things are always going to trigger some kind of reaction, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just acknowledging it and working with it. So I hope you found this video useful, and looking forward to hearing about your results when you apply this concept. When you learn to acknowledge the negative and where we put this negative energy, and make the choice to tell ourselves a different story from the more positive angle, then we'll flip these over, and then your positive overcomes the negative. And the more you stay in that positive space, the more that these blocks cancel down, and that's when work becomes really fun. Alright, let me know your feedback in the comments. Keep me posted on your progress, and I'm excited to hear about your results.